Hello and welcome to Queenie's Card of the Month for September 2013. I know I look forward to pulling the card of the month each month. That kind of gives you the overview of the energy that's around at this point in time, the energies that we're working with for the next month. So without further ado, let's meet our card of the month. This, my friends, is Penelope Dreamweaver. There you go, I think you can see her better. She is a Fairies Oracle card from Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle. I've been reading those cards since about 1999, and I just like them. I like the way the information comes to me when I'm looking at those cards, so I prefer them. Penelope Dreamweaver. She is about dreams of all kinds. It's about the dreams that you have when you're sleeping, the dreams that you have when you're waking. It's about being able to utilize those dreams to create things or to improve things in your life. So this tells me that the month of September, or the energy around the month of September, is about paying attention to your dreams. And they don't have to be your, this is what I dreamed when I was asleep dreams. You pay attention to the inspiration that you're getting, even when you're doing something as simple as washing the dishes or vacuuming the floor or taking a shower or being in the bathroom for other reasons. Anyway, but inspiration can come when you're anywhere. So Penelope Dreamweaver is about that. And so this tells me that September is about that, is about being open and paying attention. And kind of, it's about being receptive to being inspired by something. It's about being receptive to that kind of information coming through, that divine inspiration coming through, that spark. And as I said, it can happen when you're doing simple things like just kind of, taking a walk, just sitting. Maybe you've read something that inspires you to do something or stretch yourself beyond where you went before. This is a perfect time for that. So over this month of September, the energy around this month is about, well, she's Dreamweaver, so not the song Dreamweaver, Dreamweaver. No, not that song. Well, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think so. But it's about weaving your dreams. What would you like to create within the next year? Or by the end of the year? What would you like to have happen? Wouldn't you like to get more excited about the things that you're planning? Wouldn't you like to feel inspired? This month is a month that if you allow it, you will be able to feel inspired. You will be able to access that, let's call it the muse, But sometimes the muse pokes you with a stick. But so pay attention for inspiration, regardless of where you receive it or what it is. Pay attention to that. What are you going to get inspired to do in the month of September? And pay attention to your dreams, your waking dreams, your sleeping dreams. I highly recommend that people use a dream journal. When I have a really significant dream overnight, I'll sit down and I'll write it out the next morning. And the way that I write it out and the way that I describe things, because dreams are pretty wackadoodle. Well, when you write it down, you cannot possibly even barely scratch the surface of what you've really experienced in that dream. And I'm always amazed that we bend time in our dreams, because we could be asleep for 2 minutes and have a full-blown adventure dream and wake up 2 minutes later, and there are so many layers to it. So you do a dream journal. If you wake up after having a dream that either is significant or scary or good or whatever, but you remember it, if there's one that's really memorable, write it down, and you can pay attention to the words that you use and the phrases that you use and the way that you describe your dream. That will give you symbols to understand why you had that dream, what you can learn from that dream, or what you were working out during that dream. Because a lot of times when we have dreams, we're just kind of working out anxieties that we have, or working out anger, or really strong feelings that we've had, or nerves, or fear. You know, we're working these things out. So because during the waking hours we have to keep a lid on everything, our dream hours are when all the monsters come out, or we're the monster, or whatever. But if you have a dream that's significant enough to where you remember it upon waking, I highly recommend that you write it down and put it away, and then go back to it and read the sentence structure that you chose, the words that you chose to describe things, and that will kind of give you an indicator of what that dream was for, what it was doing, whether it was working, like I said, whether it was working out anxieties from the course of the day, or whether it's a dream that's telling you something. You know, we all have the ability to do it. It's just about opening to receive that kind of information. It's not, you know, like with what I do. It's not, it seems like it's unusual what I do, and it seems like it's unusual what I might be able to see in somebody's energy field, or pull a card and I'm talking to you about the energy of the month, and have it feel accurate or have it resonate with you or anybody else. It might seem kind of bizarre, but what I'm saying is that it's just a veil that I chose to lift. It was a way that I learned how to survive and get through by knowing what kind of energy was in the next room, or knowing, or at least having an inkling of what was coming, so that I could be prepared. See, we all develop our own survival mechanisms. Mine just happened to be using my intuition. So let's go back to Penelope Dreamweaver. So I told you about the dream journal. Now this is not just about nighttime dreams or sleeping dreams. This is about waking dreams as well. When you're daydreaming, pay attention to what you daydream about. You know, all the positive thinking people will say, wow, you know, there definitely is something to paying attention to what you're daydreaming about, because sometimes we are consistently daydreaming nightmares because we are so afraid of what's happening, or we're confused about what's happening, and we become kind of obsessive when we, and instead of using daydreaming as a way to inspire us to be better or to feel better about where we are and where we're going, we have a tendency to terrorize ourselves with our daydreams and thoughts. So there is something to being able to kind of have some positive daydreams, and that kind of adds, it builds upon itself. So just pay attention. This card is not an active card. This card is kind of an allowing card. So it's more of a yin or the divine feminine card, where it's more receptive. But it also, you need stillness to do it, or you need to get your monkey mind out of the way in order to get the inspiration that's offered in this card and during the month of September. So keep a dream journal if you would like, if you have significant dreams that you remembered. You know, if you don't like to write stuff down, pick a friend or somebody that you can run your dream by. I do that. If I have some significant dream that I can't figure out, I do that, and I pay attention to the way I've described the dream. It's not only the way you've written it down, but the way I've actually verbalized the description of the dream has significance as to why it was there, as to whether I was working out crap, or whether I'm just, you know, we're always working out crap, but as to whether it's symbolic or prophetic or whatever. So enlist a friend. Write in a dream journal, enlist a friend. Pay attention when you're doing normal things that are kind of mindless, because that is the jewel. That's the place where you're going to find the jewels, is when you can be mindless. Doing the dishes, cleaning your room, vacuuming the floor. The place where those little monkeys that like to go, what if, what are we going to do next, what if? The little places where you can just forget about them, where they get put aside. Those are the places that inspiration lives. So I encourage you to find those places and allow those places for the month of September, who knows what you're going to be building for the rest of the year. Well, it's been Queenie for September's Card of the Month. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Find me on the Facebook, Erin Shannon, or write me through YouTube. Have a wonderful month. I love you very much. And let's go allow our inspiration. Bye.